Hey guys, what's going on? This is John Lee Hilliard from JT's Vending. Hope you guys are having a blessed evening. Today is January 2nd, and we're into the second day of the 2025 year. You guys already know what time it is. Sorry, I drew a blank. I was thinking of something else. It's our daily devotional time. And like I always try to start off by saying thank you for deciding to watch our channel. Thank you for deciding to just be here and subscribe to our channel. Tomorrow, I'll be posting a video. I don't really have a clear title yet, but I'll have it by the time it posts at like 10 tomorrow, 10 a.m. Um, it'll essentially be about my first two processes or first two steps I took to like starting on my financial journey. So it started with $10 a pay period from my savings account automatically going over to my investment brokerage account, and that started me on my journey of I wonder what else can I do, and I wonder what else do I not know about retirements and 401ks and Roth. So I'm essentially showing you where you can start from on a minimum wage position. And it's just me explaining the sacrifices that I had to make. Um, and then I'm showing you how to go into to set up a brokerage account with either Vanguard, Schwab, or Fidelity. But and all this stuff is easy and it's free. That's the crazy part. It's so free and simple that they know the average person growing up in the low income housing and the projects won't like it because it's simple and they won't do it. But what I realize is like as long as I do like invest even a little bit, I'm still winning. So anyway, the video will post tomorrow, so just check it out for me. Um, it'll have something to do with like how I how to invest on a low income. There you go. That might be the title. How to invest from a low income. So check it out. But anyway, let's jump into our daily devotion for January 2nd. It's entitled His Faithfulness. He is faithful. He is the faithful God, keeping his covenant of love to 1,000 generations of those who loved him and keep his commandments. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 9. I'm ready for a fresh start, but my faith doesn't feel very strong right now. I'm just not sure I'm strong enough to walk the walk that God has for me. Here's some good news to hold on to tightly. Your faith doesn't have to be strong and huge at this moment in time. In fact, it can be as small as a mustard seed and you can still move mountains. How, you may ask? Because of God's faithfulness to you and to me. His strength is sufficient in your weaknesses. All he asks is that you exercise the faith you have right now and trust in him. That's all he is asking of you and me. That's all he's asking. In faith, if your faith is in God and his faithfulness, it becomes the basis for a confident and assures that an assurance that is greater than any situation life can throw at you. Your simple first step of faith allows you to experience God's presence and grace in the ups and downs of daily living. Like your everyday life, when you're going through situations, you being faithful to God and living by his commandments, you will see his presence each and every day. Even when you fail, even when your faith wavers, step boldly into your new year. This is 2025. We can't do what we did in 24 and expect different results. Well, same results. God has great plans for you. Even if you can't see how great this year can be, your simple faith will feed you with the hope to accomplish more than you ever thought was possible. Faithful God, thank you for meeting me right where I am, my spiritual journey, and giving me strength to live for you. May God add a blessing to the hearers and the doers of his word. Um, I pray that you guys um, get some kind of guidance from these videos that we do. You have to have faith um, in something bigger than yourself, because you're running around with this negative attitude. You're mad at the world. Woe is me. Nobody owes you anything. You have to go get it for yourself. And I told a friend of mine, like, you can't sit there and go, well, God help me, and you sit there and do nothing. Your everyday life, getting up, doing the difficult things that you must do, um, and continuing to pray and follow his commandments and his statutes. He will act in your everyday life during the ups and downs. He will show you his grace and mercy each and every day. I mean, he's showing it to you anyway by waking you up. So that's the way I see it. So with that being said, guys, I forgot to bring up my friend, Miss Robin, her son, Caleb. Keep him in your prayers. His mom has been through some abusive relationships with men, husband, her last husband, and her son is 17, and he's hitting the stage where he's becoming a young man, and he has minimum male guidance. And she is a loving mom. She does her best. She tries to do both parts, male father and mother, but she said it's not working. And I told her, like, it's hard, but I explained to her, you have to tell him no. He's 17, and she does her mother part very well. Like, she cares for him, she helps and loves, which is fine. But it's when your children start to depend on you and your every need, and your everything they need, they depend on their mom. He will not be able to grow as a man. But just keep him in your prayers that God bless him to get into the Marines, and he gets some structure and he builds something and just becomes the man that God has put him on this earth here to be. Because it's difficult trying to raise, not being a man, and trying to raise a boy into a man, and he's seen all the other men be so rude and disrespectful to you over his 17 years on this earth. So it's hard. It'll be hard even for a man, because it takes a lot of grinding and molding and pressure and building, tearing down of a boy to get him to become a man. Because it's not a natural phase. It's a process that has to be followed to get a boy to become a man. Because if not, you get what you see in the streets: grown boys beating, hurting women, robbing, stealing, because they're boys. They never learn. So keep Caleb in your prayers, Miss Robin in your prayers. She's a wonderful mom. She is doing an outstanding job. She's doing the best she can with what God has dealt her, and I told her that's all you can do. You can deal with the hand that God has given you, but continue to pray that where you're weak, He is strong. God will always be able to overcome any and every situation, but you have to reach out to Him. He told us in His Word He would never leave us nor forsake us. He always hears the prayers of His children. So keep Caleb in your prayers, Miss Robin in your prayers. Keep me in your prayers. My son is 13, and I'm on him as hard as I can be, loving him at the same time. But I'm having to put the pressure on him to help him become a better man than me, because he can't make the same mistakes that I made. He got to make new mistakes. So I love you guys. Please be safe. Check out the new video we'll have posted tomorrow. If you're on a low income like me, if you're living, making, 15 to 17 dollars an hour, this will help. But you got to remember, you have to build these good money habits in order to build wealth. It's not how much you make, it's how much you save, what you do with the money when you get it. So have a blessed night, guys. Be safe. Au revoir. A bientôt. À la prochaine.